Well, hello guys. Welcome to my channel Biology Believer. And without wasting any time, today we just learn about chapter 2 of class 11, biological classification. So, let's get started. R.H. Whittaker in 1969 they just proposed five kingdoms: Monera, Protista, Fungi, Plantae and Animalia. They proposed five kingdoms. And now we start Monera. Monera sole member are bacteria. Bacteria they just find everywhere, living most of harsh habitat. And bacteria are of four types based on their shape: spherical, coccus, rod-like bacillus, comma, vibrio, or spiral-like spiralium. Generally, photosynthetic autotrophs and chemoautotrophs. Bacteria they are generally autotrophs and chemoautotrophs, and the vast diversity of bacteria are heterotrophs, or they just depend on other for their foods. Now, archaebacteria they just live in a very harshy habitat such as hot spring, thermoacidophiles, salty areas, halophiles, etc. Cause of their cell wall structure, they have different type of cell wall structure. That's why they just live in a very harsh habitat. And methanogen were present in the guts of various ruminant animals like cow, buffalo, responsible for production of methane, which is a biogas. And now we are move on to eubacteria. Eubacteria are called as true bacteria, and their characterization having a rigid cell wall. Cyanobacteria are the example, and some bacteria they just fix nitrogen in special cells, heterocyst like Nostac and Anabaena. Okay, and heterotrophic bacteria very useful for us or human beings. It help in making curd, antibiotics, and also fix nitrogen and also fix atmospheric nitrogen. And some of them they are pathogens to us. They cause diseases like cholera, typhoid, tetanus. Okay, now the bacteria reproduce asexually by fission, and under unfavorable condition they form spores, and they also reproduce sexually by taking primitive DNA of other bacterium. Now we are move on to protist. It include unicellular eukaryotes. It comprise crucified dinoflagellates, euglenoids, slime molds, and protozoans. Thank God we reach what I have just right here. uh, it doesn't matter, just move on. So it contain different types of things. Now first, chrysophytes. They are generally found in aquatic and marine habitat also. It include diatoms and golden algae. We just said that dasmids, and it is microscopic and they just flow toward water current plankton. Diatom cell wall form two thin overlapping cells, and the cell wall embedded with silica. That's why it is inductible. Thus, diatom left large amount of cell wall, and over millions and millions of years ago, it was said that it is diatomaceous earth. Diatoms are the chief producer in the ocean. Now we just move on to dinoflagellate, right? So they are mostly marine, and they appear yellow, green, blue, red because of the main pigment present in their cell. Obviously they have flagella, and red one often, very often was seen that red one, which is, we can say that red one dinoflagellate or Geniolex, they make the sea looks appear red, and they make responsible for making red dyes. Okay, so it release toxins, so various aquatic animals was killed by them. Okay, and the other was is euglenoid. They are generally found in fresh water. Instead of cell wall they have a proteinous layer called as pellicle, which make their body flexible. Okay, have two flagella. Okay, in sunlight, in the presence of sunlight, it becomes autotrophs, and in the absence of sunlight, it becomes heterotrophs. Now the slime molds. Slime molds, they are generally saprophytes. Slime mold, they just generally saprophytes and move over woody twigs and leaves engulfing organic material, and under favorable condition they form an aggregate. They form an aggregate. They form an aggregate. Okay, the aggregate known as plasmodium, and in under unfavorable condition these plasmodium they just differentiate into fruiting bodies, okay, which bear spores, and these spores has a true cell wall. Okay, I know that's interesting. Now protozoans. Protozoans are heterotrophs or live as predator or parasites. Protozoans are of four types: amoeboidal, flagellated, ciliated, or sporozoans. Now first we start amoeboidal. Okay, they just found in a fresh water, like amoeba they just really like fresh water, that's why they just found in fresh water. And obviously they also like sea, so they just found in sea, and also like moist soil, so they just found in moist soil. I know, that's funny. Okay, move on. Okay, they just move and attack prey by supporting out pseudopodia, which is a false feet. Okay, and amoeba are the parasite. Okay, now now not dinoflagellate, it is flagellated protozoans. Okay, it is free living or parasite, they just live on other animals. Okay, it is possible sometime. Okay, have flagella. Okay, obviously the name suggests flagellated protozoans, so they have flagella obviously, and cause a serious disease called as sleeping sickness, caused by, i.e., trypanosoma. Now ciliated protozoans, they are generally aquatic and move fast cause they have thousands of cilia. It is common sense question and the answer we know all. Okay, now sporozoans. Okay, sporozoans include those organisms which have an infectious spore-like stage in their life cycle. Most notorious was plasmodium, or which is, we can say it is malaria parasite, which causes malaria. Due to this, they affect many and various human populations, right? Okay, and now we just move on to the kingdom fungi. Okay, fungi are saprophyte, parasite or filamentous. Okay, and body contain long slender like structure called as hyphae, and the network of hyphae are called as mycelium, and multinucleated hyphae are called as coinocytic. Okay, and now the most important question here, reproduction in fungi. Okay, here it is, I think exam point of view it is of 3 marks question, reproduction in fungi, so it is very easy to understand. So just step by step we just understand this. Okay, now plasmogamy was the first step, second step was karyogamy, and the third step is meiosis. Okay, now what is plasmogamy? Fusion of protoplast between motile and non-motile gamete. And karyogamy is the fusion of two nucleus. And meiosis of zygote resulting in haploid spores. Okay, so oh, my camera is not zooming. Okay, okay, what is happening here, that two hyphae of compatible mating type, they just come closer and fuse, immediately result in diploid cell. But other fungi, oh come, camera is not working properly. Okay, so sorry for that. But other fungi like Ascomyces and Basidiomyces, they have an intervening dikaryon stage, i.e. have two nucleus per cell. Okay, so this condition is known as dikaryon, and the phase is known as dikaryon phase. Okay, and later parental nuclei, they just fuse and become diploid. Now we are move on to the phycomycetes, which are different type of fungi. So phycomycetes, they are generally aquatic and found in decaying wood and marshy and damp places, and on parasite on different plants. And mycelium is aseptate in phycomycetes. And asexual reproduction by zoospores if motile, and by aplansospores if non-motile. Okay, if non-motile. And similar gametes are known as isogametes. Similar gametes are known as isogametes, and different gametes are known as anisogametes or oogametes. So the example are mucor, rhizopus, and albugo. And ascomycetes, generally known as sac fungi, and they are multicellular penicillium and unicellular yeast, or we can say Saccharomycetes. And mycelium are branch and septate, and asexual spores in ascomycetes are conidia, and sexual reproduction by ascospores. And the example of ascomycetes are claviceps, neurospore, and aspergillus. Now move on to the Basidiomycetes. Their common name are mushroom, bracket fungi, or puffballs. Okay, grow in soil, logs, tree stumps. Okay, they have no sexual spores. They have no sex organ, but plasmogamy by fusion of vegetative or somatic cells was happen in Basidiomycetes. And basidospores produced on basidium, or we can say basidia, or basidia arranged in fruiting bodies, which is known as basidiocarp. In the example of basidiomycetes is Agaricus, Astilgo, and Puccinia. And the last one, which is our Deuteromycetes. Okay, it is known as imperfect fungi and asexual reproduction by conidia. Mycelium are branch and septate. They are just branch and septate. And saprophyte parasite decompose, help in mineral recycling. They have very important use here is they are just help in mineral recycling. An example of deuteromycin is Alternia, Colectotrium, and Trichoderma. So hope you guys just enjoy this video, and if you like this video, just subscribe to my channel for more new videos.